Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Alright guys, it's Trout Outdoors here, and I'm going to show you guys how to fillet a fish and how I fillet a fish. So, what I start off first is make sure your fillet knife is sharpened enough. And because the skin on a fish is pretty tough, to be honest. So, what I do is I take it and I flip up the side fin, and you want to, it's a little bit harder now because this fish was frozen overnight, so it's going to be a little bit more tough than if it was just caught. So you want to take it down until you hit the backbone. Once you hit the backbone, you want to take it and angle your fillet knife downwards, and when you hear that cracking, that's just the rib cage, and you're running it right down the spine. Most of the time you want to hold right here onto the head. Once you get to this point, you want to keep running it down, and it's just going to smoothly go down if your knife is nice and sharp. So you want, when you get down to this point, when you get down to the tail, so once you get down to here, you want to take your fillet and you want to flip it up, and you want to have it to there, just a little bit more down, just so you have enough eggs. Okay, now this is a female and she has a lot of eggs. And then what you do is you take it and you want to put your fillet knife right there where the fillet is, to get it off the skin. So you cut down just a little bit, and then you want to just hold your fillet out and you want to scrape it down off the skin. And make sure you angle your knife downward so you're riding with the skin. See, now I cut through the skin. You just gotta get it back on track here. You don't want to angle it too far down or you're gonna cut through. But you see right here is a whole thing of a rib cage. You don't want that. So you want to cut as much as you can off of the rib cage as you can. So we'll just take it, cut it down, make sure you're cutting it all the way off, because you don't want this. This is all just scrap. So then you take it and cut it all the way off. And get it off of here. Okay. So as you see, this whole thing is a rib cage on a fish, and some people eat it and some people don't. I necessarily don't. I mean, this is meat here, but you're gonna have bones if you eat that. So just throw it in the scrap, and you take your fillet and hold it up. Make sure you're getting all the skin off, all the silver skin and all of the all the fillet. And this one I'm messing up a little bit because I haven't had a fillet knife this sharp before. So just keep it up a little bit off of the skin, and it should peel back nice and easy. Just peel it back nice and easy. As easy as you can go. Okay, you put it down, and you want to just hold it there. Make sure you're not cutting through all the skin. All right, and there you go. So I still have a little bit to get yet, but make sure the spine is still there. So you're gonna have little pin bones everywhere in the fish, but that is the fillet I got off, and the silver skin will fry off. But if you want to, which I might end up having to do, is just cutting it off. So that's a fillet right there. And then what I like doing, I don't like full fillets. I like doing trout nuggets, is what they call it. And just simple little things. I mean, I cut it smaller when I fry it up, but for freezing, I like to just cut it as big as this. And this freaking fillet knife is sharp, man. Get the rest of this off, so I can get the rest of this off, and then we'll start on the back. Here's the back. This is one of the easiest parts, is to start off, and then it gets a little bit more difficult once you flip the fish over. But I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, you can get it down, and just once you get practice, then you'll have it down. Okay. So then I usually just flip it back up, take it, flip her over. Yes, maybe some eggs will spill out, but you should be fine. So like I had earlier, you just flip the fin up, cut down till you hit backbone, and you angle your knife, and once you hear that cutting of the rib cage and cutting going down the spine, that's how you know you have it. And what I do is I put 2 fingers here, and then the fish, when you take your knife down, it should just slide right down without the fish moving too much. And I hold down here so then it doesn't fully wiggle. And like earlier, take it down, then the tail, pull it forward, flip it up, and look at that. A full fillet without the rib cage. Just leave that there. And this fillet is a really nice fillet. So like earlier, take it right here, angle your knife a little bit. You don't want to angle it too far because you don't want to cut down the skin like I did on the first round there. But you want to hold it right here and just cut really nice. You don't want to, as long as you have a sharp knife, you don't want to cut really fast. You want to just easily take it down the skin. See, it's just getting a little dull, so you want to take it and just sharpen her up a little bit. Flip it over, sharpen it up again. Okay, and now she's a little bit better. And you just hold it. Some people have clips, but I don't personally own a clip. I've gone a little too far and a little too fast for what I want to do. But I just want to cut it off. So let's just do this. Cut upward. Just cut upward. And we'll cut the, got the skin off here. So what you can do, if this happens, just as long as you can take it down a little bit farther and just cut it off. As long as you cut it off, then you can flip the fillet over onto the meat side and then start from over here and just do it backwards. So you'll have some mistakes. I mean, this is I haven't done it in a little while, so it's a little bit tricky with a different fillet knife. Just take it down. And just take your long end, your end of your knife, and just cut this little part off here. Okay, that's silver skin. So, once you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself, you want as much meat as you can to come off of your fillet. This is why I try to get my skin off of my fillet, but sometimes it's hard. And the fish this big, it's actually easier to do because it's a bigger fish. Just take it down like this, nice and easy. Like this, and you're gonna pull the skin up and just cut like this once you get it to where you want it. So you have that's a fillet there, and I saw some meat left over. But what I could do now, since I did that, move this fillet down and just cut it right off. Sometimes it's easier with smaller fish, but I mean, it's personal preference and the way you do your trout. And a lot of people like this belly meat right here. I personally don't. But this is the easiest way, the easiest method to doing your trout. And sometimes, if you get this up, you can just sometimes pull it off like that. And this fillet is a little bit messier, but and then I just like cutting it in chunks, putting it over here. And just like I said before, silver skin will come off once you fry. Boom, boom, and boom. And that is how you fillet a trout.